It's the good man, Jack. You got something in your paw, buddy? He's just up here getting a chill on with me during this ride. How you doing today, guys? Hey. So, man, I just wanted to say thanks, everybody, I got a lot of comments. Hey. Man, what is up? Just got a lot of positive messages that came through about the drunken sailor sea stories, man. I'm glad that was enjoyable for everybody, and I really look forward to continuing that, especially if you guys are liking them. I think the big thing is just, for me, like I said, there's just a little bit of humility, and I think that's probably good for everybody. Keep us kind of humble, and I think as we jump into a new week, I like to start everything fresh. Started off with this week's topic, because I'm just going to kind of keep going here. And, last week we were talking about the first drink a lot, but that all started with the step one. And admitting we were powerless over alcohol, our lives had become unmanageable. For me, that was easy. I knew when I got to AA, I knew that, I needed help, because I had tried so many times. And then came step two. And for me, this is where some of the problem with just the AA kind of recovery plan. Man, I didn't know really. I've been to 2 other treatment centers. One inpatient that was 6 weeks long while I was in the military. And the other one was an outpatient that was also 6 weeks long. But I just went every day, for half a day, and then went on with my normal work schedule. The second step of AA, though, and there are 12 steps to recovery, is that we came to believe that a power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity. And that just was really hard for me to understand or to come to believe. I guess, for basically I didn't grow up my mother wasn't a very religious person. I grew up basically in her household, but my father was, and both of my parents' parents were from a small town in Iowa, and religion was pretty much everything. I think everybody, from that time era, for whatever reason, was pretty just on a spiritual journey. Everybody's into church, especially in the Midwest. I think that's just it's just pretty popular. So my mom was completely opposed to organized religion, while my dad and his family were very much in it. And when I moved in with my dad, I moved with him when I was around 6th grade, so 11 years old. And I started that was just the weekly thing we did. We went to church. But outside of that and praying at meals, there wasn't really much talk of God or following any kind of biblical guidelines. So it was just an odd thing. And then my dad would skip out on church so he could watch football while the rest of us went to church. So very mixed emotions there. But something told me, even that long ago, that there was something, there was something out there, and I looked for it. I'd been to probably every Christian denomination. And this was all on my own, seeking out. I was just on this spiritual seek out. I wanted to find what it was all about, and I kept on running into dead ends. I tried synagogues, Buddhist temples, I'm sure there's I know there's other religions out there. I never tried, Hindu or, I'm totally blowing it, Muslim. I was thinking Muhammad, but it's Muslims. And just the, so those, still wasn't getting answers. It was just kind of became this thing where if anybody didn't know an answer, it was like, you just got to have faith. And I didn't have that. So when I got to AA and they started talking about this greater power, I was just like, man, here we go again. This is just another thing, another God gimmick of some sort. Like, does this guy even really exist? So many people believe so many different things. Who's right? Who's right? That was what, and so it was just hard for me to believe in anything. But when I would talk about this in my meetings, you get all kinds. Say, hey, go read this book, or hey, do that. But the best advice that I had was just that I needed to believe that I didn't have the power to do it myself. And that was fact. I knew that. That was step one. I couldn't do it. I tried so many times to just quit for long periods of time, and I couldn't. And so what I had to do was just kind of start thinking as the group is my higher power. I believed that the people in that room would help me and that they could save me and they would help me get sober. And that's what happened. And that the evolution of that belief and the faith, man, I really do a thing with my jaw, and the faith, all of that has just come over time and continuous work. I'm continually working on improving myself and making my disease more manageable. But through that faith, and and I'm still kind of in this almost disbelief, like I'm in this, I'm on a fence line that's like, man, it's hard for me to just be like, I want to preach to the world that God saved me, but that's how I feel. I feel like I was hand-selected and picked and saved by God to be here today. There's so many times that I just feel like I shouldn't be here, and for whatever reason I'm here. And that faith is coming into works. And these people say, faith without works is death. And I just believe that to be true. So, but it didn't start that way. Like I said, it's like this whole, I had to fake it to make it. Okay, start small. Some guy said, man, if you need to think that the doorknob is a higher power, then do that. The whole point is to get outside of yourself. Stop being so egocentric. Stop being so self-centered. And believe that you don't have the power. And I knew that I didn't. Again, from step one, I had tried. So I was at this point to where enough was enough, and I wanted to quit drinking. I was done. I was willing to do whatever it takes. And if that meant believing that these people were bigger and better and could help me, I shouldn't say better, but the people, they were bigger and more, as a collective, it was a power greater than myself. I couldn't have taken all of them on by myself if I wanted to, no matter how old they were or not old or intoxicated or how long they'd been drunk or not drunk. I had to put my faith in that, my belief in that. And that's where it started for me. And as time has gone on, that faith has grown more and more, and I realized that my spiritual experience is my spiritual experience. There's no right or wrong way. There's some very clear instructions written in Bibles and Torahs. Sorry, I don't know the names of all the books for all the religions, but there's definitely there's a roadmap to spiritual enlightenment, a good set of morals to base your life off of. And I've started to base my life off of that and live by those morals. I don't go and step into a church, but when I get around church people, it's like, oh, we're quite a lot alike. We believe in the same communities of giving to community, helping those less fortunate, just giving back. I've got so much, what can I give? And I hope that what I'm giving you today is a little bit of hope that you can do it too, and that you can keep on doing it, no matter what it is. You just got to start. The more you start wanting to do better for yourself, the more your higher power is going to help you out. And I can't say anything more convincing, because you just you have to experience it. I said I've been doing this for 18 years, guys, and I'm still developing as a being. I'm getting closer and closer to that higher power, to like really understanding that my truth is their truth, or its truth. It's not my group anymore. Like, I still wish I could interact with those people, because I loved my group, my home group. But the universe itself is my higher power. It's out of control. It's chaotic. It's unexplainable. But when I like try to go in tune with it and not fight against it, things just kind of seem to work out. And so that, when I see that happening, that gives me faith, and that faith keeps growing. It's like, my cup is runneth over, like that. I have to give this back. I have a gift, and I have to give it back. And that, again, is what kind of AA is all about. It's getting outside of yourself, trying to help others. That's why the person that has 2 days sober is probably more important in recovery than a person like me that has 18 years sober. That person that's the first person to come in a room, it makes us all realize what it used to be like. And I know I don't ever want to go back to what it used to be like, no matter how much fun I was having. So, hope you guys can get on the bus, come on board, join me in this fine ride. I'd love to have you. So, hook it up. Anyway, just finishing up. What I've been talking, like 10 minutes or something, 12 minutes or something. Golly. So, just got about 15 more on here on the bike. Easy spinning. Get the legs flushed out from yesterday, still recover from that. Get ready for a little run tomorrow. So, hope you guys are having a great day. Hope your weekend was kick-ass. And you're looking forward to today's vlog, tomorrow's vlog, and especially next Sunday's Drunken Sailor Sea Story. All right, guys. Appreciate your time.